5-minute trap. Penas, 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 penas. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my stream. Glad that you guys are here. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. We just finished a pre-market show. Always have a great time there. Day trading like a predator. Tyler Molema. Good morning. Hopefully one day you guys can join. We go over all my off-stream trades. Go over all my account balances. Always have a great time. Good morning, good morning. Day trading like a predator. Good morning. Tyler Molema, good morning. If you're in the chat, make sure you guys drop a good morning, a GM, and a location if you feel comfortable. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Day trading, Tyler, Lance. Good morning, guys. Mike Thompson from Colorado. Good morning. Also, give me a quick chart check. I'm going to reload this real quick. There's currently a gap here. Good morning, guys. Bad Trader, Carl Herman. Good morning. Todd. Hi, Sam. Zero from Louisiana. Hassan from Miami. Paul Herman from North Carolina. Welcome, welcome. Bad J. Thanks for the chart check. Lance, chart's looking good. Good morning. From Louisville, Kentucky, Kevin Mack. PK. Good morning from Great Britain. GM from GB. Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining the stream. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to be able to trade with everyone here. It's just a delight. What do we have here now? There is a gap here, pandas. As you can see from yesterday's close, we have not filled that gap. We have price action here that needs to come back up, and it looks like it wants to come back up, but we shall see. I mean, it is basically a head and shoulders here, and this head and shoulders could propel this back up to fill this gap. This gap still needs to be filled. And what I mean by that, literally, if we go here, we see that the market opened here, and it closed here and never got back up. It missed it by 3 ticks. So we have an interesting predicament here. We have a gap that may be filled today. In my opinion, I mean, it makes sense for it to be a magnet. But who knows? I mean, we're in the land of like multi-day gaps. Like there were gaps that took like 2 weeks to fill, like 2 entire weeks to fill on the emini. GB Green Bay. GB. Kellyanne, good morning. Frank Angelo from New Jersey. The armpit of America. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Someone tell me why in New Jersey they pump your gas. Do they do that in any other state? Is it like a safety thing, or is it like they just don't think people are smart enough to do it themselves? And also, are you supposed to tip the people who pump your gas? I went up through New Jersey to get to drive up to New England, and good morning from beautiful armpit. All right, got it. Frank Angelo, New Jersey, 10th highest GDP per capita. Had no idea. That's kind of cool. Kid Poker says no, you don't tip them. Kelly, because we're run by communists? Oh, Oregon too. I didn't know that. It's a jobs thing. Ah. Kellyanne says we are first for taxes. Sheesh. 10th GDP, but first for taxes? I don't know if that's worth. That's kind of interesting that the GDP is 10th, but the taxes seems like they're high there, so Oregon. Richard Harris. My P&L looks different. Yeah, hopefully it's a higher number than mine. Hopefully. We also I have this blue square here because there's a gap in the price action as well here, as you see. Strong push up, and then it comes back down. Doesn't come and fill this gap here. People know this. I always knew this as gaps from Al Brooks, but after like seeing some other people's strategies and looking on the internet, what's popular right now, supply and demand. Essentially, these kind of mark the supply and demand zones, in my opinion. You can see that it ended up becoming a demand zone here, and people bought it. this gap here. You know, strong bull bar. What I mean by gaps, Al Brooks always says, you know, basically there's this gap here, big push up. And before the breakout candle, this candle we call the signal bar. And the signal bar, the top of the signal bar will create the bottom of the gap, and the lowest pivot will create the top of the gap. And so the lowest pivot we have, basically the lowest pullback we've had since the breakout, is right here. So there's a gap between here. There's price action missing, and so this shows strong bullish behavior. Hassan Arabi says, most places I live outside the US, you have attendants that pump your gas. Interesting. That's actually good to know. I'm actually thankful because gas prices, I mean, at least for me, have dropped. Still very high, but they've dropped like $1. I mean, that's a pretty big drop for gas. It still takes like, you know, $60-$70 to fill up a tank, but but I mean, hey, I'll take it for now. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. I'm going to close it soon. There is a poll to vote what kind of day you think it's going to be. Most of you guys think it's going to be trading range day. If we look at the daily chart, we see that we have some price action that we're waiting for. If we get a fail second entry long coming off of the 20 MA, then that's a nice setup for the daily chart, looking for a new low. I'm saying that because I feel like this is the first break of, I mean, this looks like a test here. This looks like a first break of trend, but this could be the first break of trend, and we might already have the reversal here. So hard to say, but I mean, we're also in a trading range, so come to the top of the trading range on the daily chart. Might come back to the top, might come back to the bottom after that. Who knows? You can go sideways for a long time. Badge A 375. That's actually really good. Wayne Bicknell, welcome to the stream. Mike Thompson, welcome. Keto, welcome. A lot of people from New Jersey. Market's about to open in 2 minutes. We're gonna end that poll. A, B, C. Man, am I looking for a two-legged pullback? The only thing is that we have a breaker trend to new high, but this gap here makes me feel like this is a strong uptrend, and we are trading now above the trading range. And the market is about to open in about 1 minute now. So if I enter a trade, I may end up, like, you know, being in a position for the market open. I don't like to be in that position. We might not even get the setup here. It might just be our first entry long. Daniel Anderson, good morning. Odie, good morning. Welcome, guys. Odie from New York. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Carl Herman, Jolt's news at 10 o'clock. That is true. We do have news at 10 o'clock, so be aware of that. So try not to be in a position at 10. I mean, it could jolt you. The price action could jolt itself. We have news today at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. We also have news tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern time. And then we have news at Friday at 8:30, unemployment rate. So today we have 10 o'clock news, and also tomorrow 10 o'clock news. Looking for the two-leggy, never came to us. Market's about to open. Market just opened. All right, pandas, let's get that bamboo. Let's go, baby. Might get a first entry here. Ooh, the trading range just expanded. We do have a break of trend to new high. The problem is that we have this gap here showing a strength, a strong bullishness.
Trap, 10,000 tick trap.
And guess what? We do have another trap here. Or sorry, another gap here, right? It's just gaps, right? Keeps breaking up. Unfortunately, no setup for us. It's a first entry long. Currently creating a wedge. 3 pushes up. The 10,000 tick chart does create a trap. I'll trade a trap here to coincide with the 10,000 tick trap. You see, we have a trap here on the 10,000 tick chart. Basically, it fails second entry short. I draw it out. A, B, C. Second entry short fails. We don't get any setup here, so I don't mind missing that. No setup for us on the 2,000 tick chart. But we do have a strong push on the 10,000 tick chart. Most likely going to fill the gap up here. If you guys have forgotten, there's a gap from yesterday's close to the high, the overnight high.
Tick trap.
Overnight high doesn't even fill that gap here. 10,000 tick chart has a trap. Wedge. Push down from the wedge. I need a two-leggy here, it'd be nice. Two-legged pullback. A, B, C off the 20 MA. I'm thinking we're uptrend, but we do have this wedge here. Trading range still viable. Breaker trend to new high as well. So we do have gaps below showing the strength of this bull move. All first entries. Amazing. Another gap here. Absolutely incredible. We have another gap here. Makes a new high. Making this wedge kind of weaker. No setups for us. I mean, we're hitting our heads here. Hard to go long right into that. I won't be able to go long into this wedge. I need an entry off the 20 MA. But there's another gap here. You see these boxes? These are all gaps, right? After these strong breakouts. Or even a gap here. Right, we have a breakout here. Breakout, breakout. Another breakout. Another breakout. Gap, 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 gap. More gaps than a West Virginian smile. Alright, that was a low blow. That was a low blow. It was a joke. Yes, all first entries. We have... Okay, this gap's about to fill. Okay, this gap's gone. I mean, it can act as a demand zone, right? If this gap fills, but I need an entry, right? We got a wedge here. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on the wedge. Gap is filled. Let's see if this gap fills now. Let's get to the second gap. Am I looking for a second entry long? Looks like a spiking channel. Spiking channel, but it looks weird. It's hard to map this out here. If anything, it's a breaker trend to new high. Right, if anything, it's like a breaker trend to new high here. Second entry long. Do I want that second entry long? It's a good signal bar. Give me 1 in the chat if you think a second entry long is good here. I mean, that signal bar does not look good. Big risk as well. Obvious uptrend at the moment. So you might like to go long here. That's the second entry long. A, B, C. Second entry long. First pullback, first entry. Second pullback, second entry. That's how we identify it. Okay, filling this next gap here. I want to see how it reacts to one of these gaps. Like, it might bounce off yesterday's low, which is this red line. Like, if we get something like this, a higher low setup, maybe not bad. Maybe not bad to take. Especially for bouncing off yesterday's low like that. Like, it's a key area. When you react off a key area, you gotta pay attention. If supports act as supports, then try to trade with it, in my opinion. We might go for a higher low second entry long. The problem is the 20 EMA is acting as a strong resistance, and this could be a break of trend to new high, and this could be a reversal rate fail second entry long here. The only reason I don't like to take it is because it's a good signal bar too. The reason I like to take it is because we bounced off yesterday's low, basically creating a type of support here. So it's hard for me to go short into that support. This ends up almost failing already. Absolutely amazing. Maybe a retest of this high. Ooh, higher low setup. That's a higher low setup if I have seen one. I'm looking for a fail second entry short right now. A, B, C. A little tricky right now, but that's the setup I'm looking for. Fail second entry short to go long, push higher. That's the best setup so far, I think. It's a second entry short as well, so if you like, man, that's a good signal bar. Second entry short off the 20 EMA. Makes a perfect scalp immediately. Most likely gonna come down further. What a setup. What a setup. Nice signal bar. It's a second entry short. My eyes were not tuned to that though, and I'm gonna take this reversal trade. Do not copy my trades. It's beneath the 20 EMA, so this couldn't hurt me. But I'm going to try to take it because we're coming off this area here, bouncing off yesterday's low. Currently a trap trade to the long side. Currently double bottom. No longer interested. That was a nice second entry short, in my opinion, with a nice signal bar, small risk as well. It was just a nice... By then, it was just a little too late for me to enter because I was thinking opposite. Comes to fill this gap. Gap is gone. Nice push down, breaking beneath yesterday's low. Another thing I have is that the fact that we have this gap up here, which was yesterday's close, and I wanted to fill it. I'm gonna get rid of it just because basically you can see it with yesterday's close, but this to me wants to be filled, right? Again, we haven't filled it yet with this price action. There's an actual gap between the overnight high and yesterday's close. Absolutely amazing having a gap there. They don't last very long because if you think about it, the futures market is a 23/5 market. That means there's only 1 hour on the weekday that is closed, and to have a gap like that, it's not. They don't last very long. They don't last very long. Break a trend. Actually, it's a pretty much this gap gets filled. Break a trend to new low. SW Blaze from Chicago. Welcome, guys. Welcome. S-Dog Shannon. S-Dog, you can rewind it. I go over all the gaps. When I start to draw the gaps, you can rewind the stream. And I explain how the gaps are made. Big push up. Now we're above the 20 MA. I like that push up. I like a long entry here if we can find it. Not sure if we're going to find a failed second entry short or just a second entry long. The setups look very similar. It might end up being a Pikachu trade. Might get both. A second entry long and a failed second entry short. All in one trade. I like that bounce off yesterday's low here. And we still have these gaps here. I know we do, but we might not get to them. As you can see, we're going in and out of the 20 EMA now. This can be a simple trading range. And if we try to trade long here, it might not be the best idea because it might just come back into this trading range. But you know, you gotta identify the market cycle. Not only that, you gotta commit to whatever market cycle you think it's gonna be, and you know, you gotta be okay with whatever the risk you take. You gotta be ready to lose whatever risk you take. Double top, perhaps. This is another second entry short here, but we got break a trend to new low, and I'm thinking we have a chance to go higher. This is an inside bar currently. I'm looking for a failed second entry short here. Getting choppy though, I don't like that. A, B, C. Second entry short. Also second entry long. Sorry, failed second entry short and second entry long potentially here. With the inside bar, traders who are eager to go long may just trade once we break the top of this bar. And that's all they need. Currently, right, OI pattern means breakout mode. So if we break above this candle here, people are going to treat that essentially like a setup, and they're going to go long there. So we might have a lot of bulls entering now. I'm just going to wait for my setup. And I don't mind missing that. I don't mind missing that at all. I wanted my setup, and I didn't get it. So, if you don't get your setup, what do? Just sit on your paws, don't cry, move on. Another attempt to break below. Okay, breaks below. We get our second entry, our failed second entry short now here. Might come back to the bottom trading range. Ooh, this looks a little tough, right? It looks like a trading range now. Failed break down, failed break out. So if I go long here, I'll be basically going long into the top of this trading range. Makes it very difficult. But the setup does make sense here, but the context, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like this market cycle right now to go long right there. As you can see, going in and out of 20 May as well. No setup. Setup's gone. In a sense, it's kind of relieving because you're like, okay, no setup, then I don't mind missing this because, or I don't mind not taking this trade. I'm not tempted anymore. The reason why I was looking for that because I saw a break of trend here to new low. Create a double bottom for the moment. You might want to fill all these gaps. Two-legged move. I'm confused. I'm not sure what's happening here. This looks sideways, trading range, but at the same time, within the trading range, you're gonna have trends going up and down. This is difficult. I'm not exactly sure how to trade this right now. This could be a failed breakdown of this trading range. Higher low setup. It's an outside bar reversal. Push up back to the top of the trading range. So failed breakdown, failed break out, failed breakdown, failed breakout. Potentially here. Big push up though. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Am I looking for follow through? I don't know. I mean, you're in this trading range. You don't know how long this trading range is going to last for. The trading range is marked by the trading range indicator here. We make a new high. We start to break above here, pushing strongly. Double bottom, currently breaking above here, so makes me feel like too leggy, maybe uptrend, maybe successful breakout actually here. Hard to say, no setups for me. This is a higher low setup, maybe could have entered that outside bar reversal. If you feel strongly this is an uptrend, this is a trap trade you can take, but a little risky, far away from 20 MA. There's a delay. Are my chart's delayed or is my stream delayed? If my stream is delayed, it should be delayed by 3 seconds. It's as close as I can get it. Trap trade to the long side. Just got stopped out if you took it. This is why I skip these. But for those who are like thinking this is really long, they'll keep taking it and then scale in, come up break even if they have to. Evelyn, Shayak, welcome, welcome. Speedy boy, welcome. We got a two-leggy here, pandas. A, B, C. Potentially two-legged pullback. Really fighting against this trading range, though. You could treat it as a lower high setup to come back to the bottom of the trading range. The reason why I'm thinking maybe not is because we're above this pivot high. So, since we're above this pivot high, coming off the 20 MA, only because we're above this pivot high, I want to take this long. Do not copy my trades. Signal bar is not the best. Currently micro double bottom off the 20 MA here. Do not copy my trades. Clearly we can come back into this trading range. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we do. But we got a micro double bottom coming off the 20 MA, triggering above this pivot high. Okay. Terrible signal bar now. No longer interested in that trade. Coming back into our trading range, back to the bottom. Bottom to the top, to the bottom, to the top. I mean, if we had a trap trade, I might have been interested. Maybe should have gone short there the moment we missed that trade or missed that setup. But it's risky. Maybe after this strong bear bar, could have gone short, back to the bottom of the trading range. Welcome to the stream. Emmanuel Martinez, -7. Welcome. News in 10 minutes, that's correct. We could be trading range until news. I mean, you're thinking the news is going to propel us up to fill that gap. If you guys remember, there's a gap here from yesterday's close. Don't forget this gap. I haven't forgotten you yet. trap trade to the short side, still within the trading range, difficult to take. Basically banking on a breakout. Trading range indicator is just working like a charm at the moment. A lot of times I use a trading range indicator as profit targets, and also just preventing myself going trades. Sometimes if the trading range is big enough, this trading range is a little too small for me, but if it was larger, I'll consider taking a reversal setup inside it. As you can see, we bounced off yesterday's low perfectly, making higher lows, right? Double bottom, now a higher low. Come back to the top of the trading range, right? Bottom trading range, back to the top of the trading range indicator. I'll just sit on my pause probably until the news. News might actually give us a jolt, a jolt in volatility. So maybe, man, big bar up, big bar down, big bull bar, big bear bar. Absolutely just wild right now. I'm just sitting on my pause. That is so confusing. I don't know what's happening. It's really just going up and down, up and down. I mean, maybe limit order, go long here and just see if you get back to the top of the trading range until the news happens. You can do that if you want to try. If you look in the higher time frames, let's see if the 10-minute gives us information, or 10K gives us information. I mean, you had this trap that ends up failing. That's kind of amazing. But in and out, up and down. I mean, we have the trading range down here according to 10,000 tick chart. Might come back to the bottom of it. The 5-minute chart, let's take a look. 5-minute chart looks disgusting. It's wedged between the 20 EMA and the 240 SMA. If you guys wonder why I use the 240 SMA, it's because it's the 20 EMA for the hourly chart. And so I like to have it on the screen here because it can have some reactions. So that's what the 5-minute. It's basically the 20 SMA on the hourly. So I like to keep it on the charts. Maybe time to fill these gaps here. Looks like a trading range. I don't know. I mean, break a trend to new low. There's news at 10 o'clock. Jolt's opening. This gap just filled. Absolutely amazing. All these gaps are just filling up. News is out at 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you look at the 10,000 tick chart, we're coming back to the bottom of the trading range on the 10,000 tick chart. The fact that this fails and we got a second entry short, I mean, break a trend, new low, essentially. Good morning, pandas. Hey, if you guys are just joining the stream, drop a GM in the chat. I love to interact with you guys. No setups along this entire way, even though we had a clear trading range. It's just very confusing. Thing about trading ranges, by the time you realize it's a trading range, it's like too late. You're like, oh man, like I don't know if I want to even enter. Like you have to like anticipate the trading range to actually take advantage of it. Hard to do. Hard to do. But today might be one of those trading range days. The only thing is, like on the daily chart, we do have a two-legged pullback, right? Two pushes up. And this couldn't come back all the way back to the 20 MA. It can do that on the daily chart, giving us a strong bear trend day today, perhaps. We finally hit the bottom of the trading range on the 10,000 tick chart, as you guys can see here. And looks like we're trying to fill this gap here, the last gap of the day, from the bottom at least. Welcome guys, Jaden Saints, good morning. David Bourne, good morning. Will Curtis, good morning. Sean Wellen from Toronto, good morning. Welcome guys. Matthew, good morning. Islam, good morning. Swift, good morning guys. Thanks for dropping your GMs. TM, T Mejbar, good morning from Manchester, United Kingdom. Becoming a daily routine, joining whilst working my job. 4 more minutes until the news happens. This gap almost fills. Notice how we actually don't fill it though. Notice how we bounce off of it before filling it. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Shayak, oh no, just got your stop loss hit. It's a shame. You know, I honestly, like, on this stream, I really encourage anyone who makes money, and if you make money, I'm just super happy for you. And for those who like might get jealous, don't feel jealous. Other people making money has zero effect on you making money or not. So it just be happy. Just be happy for your neighbor, and you gotta just do better. What can I say? I think that's a good sign of maturity right there. Nice bounce here. Before filling that gap, we bounce off of it. Ooh, interesting. We might come all the way up. Strong push up. 3 minutes until the news. I don't have a setup here though, pandas. And we could have a break of trend to new low, and we can have a nice trap trade here. Only problem is I hope the trap trade doesn't happen in a time where I may have to hold it through the news. I just don't like that. Yeah, you know, for me, like, it's kind of, I guess I get it, but for me personally, I don't really struggle with the, like, the envy. You know, like, even like, let's say like even Thomas Wade, you know, he's blowing up. He's blowing up. All I have for him is just good wishes, and I hope he gets blessed. You know, him blowing up, if anything, helps me. You know, just more exposure to two-legged pullback. You know, at the end, but it doesn't hurt me. Let's say, you know, him doing well does not hurt me, so I love it. I love the fact he's doing well. I guess it's kind of hard for me to. I guess it's not a struggle that I have. Market, the news. I mean, that's a strong push up before filling that gap. I'm looking for a two-leg. I'm looking for something, man. I'm looking to go long here somewhere. Let's get that two-legged pullback here. Let's get a nice classic two-legged pullback if we can get it. Perhaps a two-leggy here. The only problem is, pandas, if we get it, it might happen during the news, and it's just unfortunate because I don't want to hold a trade into the news. Boy, oh boy, the higher time frames actually looks a little bearish. Might get a two-leggy here. Two-legged pullback, maybe off the 20 MA. Oh man, this right at the news. I'll be definitely breaking a rule here if I enter this trade. Definitely be breaking a rule here. Should I break a rule? Nah, shouldn't. 5 seconds to news. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm holding this down here. Okay, news just happened. It's a bad signal bar. Almost no reaction to news if there was actually news. Almost can't even tell. But right now, I like this trade. I'm going long here, attaching it to the indicator. So the moment this moves, it's going to move it to the spot where you need to come in with a stop entry. It's a bad signal bar. It's about 4 points large now. I need to come with a retracement if I like this trade. If it does trigger, I'll come with a retracement back to yesterday's close or low. A little tricky here. Signal bar is not that good. Alright, signal bar is the inside bar. Do not copy my trades. Do not copy my trades. Inside bar here. Does trigger below. Keeps pushing down. Now we're beneath the 20 MA. Still a decent setup if we get a nice signal bar here, in my opinion. Giving us another gap here. Do not copy my trades. Alright, we're in this trade. Two-legged pullback off the 20 MA after strong push up. It might get me here. That's unfortunate. It looks like it's gonna get me. 1, 2, 3, 4 point stop loss. Ouch. Ah, that got me. Oh, pandas. No, it's gonna get me. It looked like it gave me a little hope there, but I think it's gonna get me. I feel the flame. I feel the flames. I feel the heat. It's gonna get me. Whoa, whoa. You know what? I actually messed up. I should have put my stop loss here. It should have stopped me out, but because I actually misplaced my stop loss, I actually might have a chance here. If it comes back down, I'll cut out. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna get me anyways. Pandas. Maybe I should just got out right there. Little less of a loss, but man, pandas. I thought the setup looked good. I like the setup. Second entry long off the 20 MA after strong push up with a breaker trend new low, and I liked it. What can I say? You take the hit. You got to move on. I mean, if those are the type of trades you're taking, I think you're doing fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. It could have been maybe a trading range of some sort, maybe stopping me. But still, even so, I think it's the bottom. I don't know. That's a tricky trade. And that trade, like losing that trade, makes me feel like just gonna be a tricky day. Just because I think that was a good setup. And what can I say? What can I say? I don't mind losing that. The signal bar was not even that bad. The signal bar was actually bullish. Tricky. Stops you out. Then starts to come back up. 10,000 tick chart. Hits the top of the trading range. Maybe come back to the bottom trading range on 10,000 tick. Maybe I had a... Alright, I'll reload my historical. It's weird that if this changes. Unfortunate. But I don't mind losing that because I feel like if you're finding setups like that and you're waiting for setups like this, like, I honestly feel like more often than not, this should work out. I mean, with a pretty high probability. Sometimes you lose them. I mean, strong push up. You know, we got the breaker trend to new low. You're in a trading. You're like in a trading range day, so you're looking for reversals. Looking for a reversal here. Strong push up. Multiple bull bars ending on their high. Two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. Yeah, I just reloaded historical. It looks the same. I'm not sure. The 5 minute, maybe I could have used this to my advantage and say maybe it's a little too choppy on the 5 minute. I just don't know. $10,000 tick chart, also a little confusing. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I really like the trade. I don't mind it. Sometimes you gotta just take the loss on the chin, especially if you're Michael Chin, and you always take the losses on the chin. Higher low setup here. I don't know. That's tricky. Who knows what's happening here at this point? We could be looking for a higher low setup, looking for a new high here, or break a trend. It could just be a trading range again. Trading range to trading range. Hard for me to say. The fact that I lost that trade makes me feel like the market's gonna do basically opposite of everything I'm gonna try to do today. So it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, there was news at 10 a.m., but it seems like nothing really happened. I mean, if anything, this might have been the news here. It might have came out like 10 minutes early, or got leaked or whatever, but I'm not sure. Not much happened after that news. In fact, we were just going in and out of yesterday's low. But as we're going sideways here, it's hard for me to choose a direction at this point. I mean, if you look at the 5-minute chart, pandas, this looks disgusting. This is like, basically, when you see this kind of price action in the 5-minute, you're thinking trading range for the rest of the day. Usually you can tell by the first 5 bars of the 5-minute chart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, what kind of day it's going to be. So this means I don't look for breakouts. Maybe I don't even look for continuations. Like, maybe I just go short here to the bottom of this trading range. I don't know what to do here. DX. Oh, DX. I'm gonna have to ban you, dude. I'm gonna have to ban you. You triggered my Nightbot. You see how, you know, just from top to the bottom, it's just confusing. And these are risky trades, right? Because the trading range is so small, like the risk reward's almost not worth. Choppy, 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 down 187 currently, and I mean, I don't know what to do. Days like this is hard to determine. You know, the moment that you think you have a trend maybe starting on trading range days is exactly what happened. It'll slap you back, teach you a lesson, reminding you trading is never easy. Horsey does have a point. We have 1, 2, 3 hits, triple top, triple test up here, and reversal. Yeah, that there's some credence to that trade. I see that with the good signal bar. We're coming to fill this gap. Gap filled, finally. So no more gaps on the downside. Big push up. I want to see what happens here. Are we going to make a new low? make a new low. Absolutely amazing. We're starting to make a direction here. It's just, man, we've been choppy for... Oh, trap trade on 10,000 tick chart. I didn't even realize that. Big push down here. I mean, after that failure, this just reversed. It kind of just shows like how many people are trying to go long there, I think. Shows you this strong move down. People are thinking second entry long. I think a lot of people got hit right there, to be honest. Just in my opinion, I think we might have a trading range day type day today. If we convert to a strong trend day all of a sudden, that would be surprising, I guess. I don't know. Not sure. Another gap here. Right, we have a gap here that's starting to form again. Another gap here, reversing strongly right now. Maybe people bought the bottom, thinking they know it's a trading range day, so let's just buy when we're near the lows, and we probably can make money anyway up. Higher low potential setup here, very tricky. I would take in a trap trade if it was a trap trade, but it's not. It's a higher low setup. It is a second entry long. It's crazy second entry long, but it is a second entry long. Just watching, just watching. I mean, if it's a trading range type day today, like you're not expecting a strong trend. Man, that's a strong push down though. Absolutely incredible. Give me a trap trade. I'll take it. I'll take a fail second entry short. Thinking that this won't turn to a trend, that will continue the trading range type day. Give me a fail second entry short and I'll take it to go long. Thinking we're probably near the bottom of this range if we are in a range. Big push up. We might not even have our entry here. It's a higher low second entry long. Ends up making 4 points. Amazing. I need a setup though, pandas. If I don't get a setup, I'm gonna take a fail second entry short. Do not copy my trades, but this is what I'm waiting for. Because we've been in a trading range day so long, I'm not looking necessary for continuation. Plus break a trend to new low. Looking if we can get a setup here. It'd be nice if we actually can get it, but the market might be stingy. Might not give us our setup here. Plus we have a gap here. So if we get a trap triggering above this gap, I'm interested in that trade. Do not copy my trades. It's a bad signal bar, but it's a trap trade, so I'm kind of giving it some room to be bad. Here we go. Fail second entry short here. Do not copy my trades. This could bite me in the butt again. But I'm thinking trading range day today. Looking for reversals constantly here. I don't know if I'll swing it. Maybe I'll just take the scalp because I need a win here. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Now we need one more of those to turn green. One more of those to turn green. Right, that's a Pikachu trade. And I mentioned the trap because it was a trading range type price action. So I'm not looking for continuation. I'm looking for, right, these breakup trends to new low. I'm looking for reversals. Because of the price action, the market cycle we're in. Look at the 5-minute chart. I mean, this tells you that most likely trading range type day today. Could have a swing trade for 4 points there, but I took my scalp just because I needed just the mental game. I needed to get back up, so I just need a win here. I need a dub. Comes back to yesterday's low, which is kind of where I would probably come out with my trade, thinking that might act as resistance. So I just come out, take my profit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point trade. That's how I would probably take that trade. But you know, if I were to swing it, but you know, I've already finished my trade. You know, because of the mental game, I need to just get that win, get a dub. And also the thing is, like, if I were to enter this trade, I already scalped out. And the thing is, it's like, I would have to have held it, you know, with it coming back down and making my trade red a little bit. It's a little too much stress, let's say. 2 times risk reward is up here. Let's see if we get that. Jaden Saint says, pineapple pizza is good. What do you think, Panda? Just lost all respect for you. And you know, warm fruit on pizza, I don't know. It's just of course, with the right quality of ingredients, you can make any pizza good. Let's just say that. But if you have like a pineapple pizza with just basic ingredients, I don't know about that. Sean says, you have tomatoes on pizza and it's a fruit. That's true. How true that is. DX angry Italian noises. Mamma mia! That's my best Italian impersonation. Pretty good, huh? And what's this? I like carrots on my pizza. The only time I kind of like carrots on my pizza is basically the California Pizza Kitchen Thai pizza. They have some carrots on it. I don't mind that. But some may not even call that pizza. I personally have I feel pretty strongly about my pizzas, so you don't want me to get started. You actually don't want me to get started with my pizzas. I feel pretty strong about my pizzas here. The only time I like carrots on my pizza is the CPK, California Pizza Kitchen, Thai pizza. It's because there's actually carrots in pad Thai, and so they added for that kind of that flavor, and I don't mind it just on that pizza, but any other pizza, it's weird. Do we have a trend line? Let's get back to trading here, pandas. First entry long. Notice if we're still in this trade, would be okay. The only thing is, I don't like the fact that yesterday's low could act as resistance here. Higher time frames as well. We're kind of getting some funky price action. Bottom of the training range, maybe back to the top of the training range on 10,000 tick chart. 5-minute chart, coming back up. Resistance at the 20 EMA. Maybe I'll take a second entry long here, but I don't have any setups. It's just a first entry off the 20 EMA, and so unfortunately we don't get a setup here for us if we want to go long. And this is the the reason why it's nice to identify the market cycle, because if you're thinking we're like all of a sudden in a really strong trend day today, then yeah, you'd go short basically here, thinking continuation. But I think I kind of recognized early on that this might be a trading range day today, because the fact of, you know, the 5-minute chart. When you look at this 5-minute chart, this is not indicative of a strong trend. Kid Poker asks, what's the news, good, bad, or indifferent? I mean, at the end, I don't know. At the end, it's just price action, so it seems like indifferent. Dylan, Panda, or as Panda, do you like boba? I do like boba. I do like boba. It's one of the most caloric things you can ever eat. Especially, you usually eat it with like after a meal or whatever. But I mean, you're eating like straight up tapioca balls, and it's just extra like 1,000 calories on whatever you eat. But I do enjoy it. If you know, for me, like if I ever go to a restaurant, I usually get like I prefer like Neapolitan style pizza or New York pizza. You know, one or the other. Um, there's a pretty good pizza place in Connecticut called Frank Pepe's, and they're pretty decent. I mean, when they cook it well, that pizza is really good, in my opinion. I think it's very good. If you guys follow Dave Portney, I don't know if you guys follow him. We got a trap trade here, but 240 SMA being hit here. I don't know if I really want to find a strong bull move here, especially knowing the market cycle we're in. Not sure if we want it. But he does like these one bite pizza reviews. I find them entertaining, very entertaining. One bite, everyone knows the rules. Exactly. And I feel like, I honestly feel like that's a lot of pressure, because I think he has a lot of influence. Like if he's going to like do like a pizza review at your place and he gives you a bad review, that's like, man, he's you know, he has a lot of influence. Sam Martyr asks, could you please explain the trap trade? Oh, I don't have a body. Patrick Lynn asks if I can stand so you can see my body. I actually don't have a body. I'm just a floating head. Break a trend to new low. We're identifying the market cycle today as a trading range. So looking for a reversal. And it's just a two-leggy. You know, the setup itself is easy. A, B, C. Right? 2 legs up. Fails like entry short. Reversal. Trap trade. Above the 20 MA. Good trade. It scalped me out immediately. I could have held it for a swing trade, but you know, obviously I didn't. The reason being is because I just wanted to win, right? I just wanted a dub. So, you know, for the mental. You know, I lost one trade. I won one trade. I'm 1-1 right now. Well, Pandas, say after the stream, we'll do a little fun thing, I guess. Today, I usually end around 10:45, but I'll stay a little bit longer, and we're gonna try this thing called DALL-E. And if you guys don't know what DALL-E is, a DALL-E essentially is this AI art generator, which is pretty cool. And so I'll ask for some prompts from you guys, and basically you just ask You just say what you want to see in DALL-E, and it will basically draw that for you. So, you know, it can be very detailed too, like, and it could be just out of this world, like just random. It could be like a dinosaur shooting lasers while, I don't know, swimming on top of a whale in a, you know, impressionist type art style. You know, you can do that. So if you guys stick around, we'll do that. We'll see what this AI art generates, and maybe scare us to death, because it's probably gonna just take over all our jobs, even our creative jobs. AI is the future. I'll just say that right now. AI is it's unstoppable. There's nothing that can stop AI. In my opinion, it's just gonna get better and better, and I don't mean to scare anyone, because I do believe that industry is creative itself. So, you know, just like anything else, if there's an efficient way to do something, that always replaces it. That always replaces it. You know, like people are not going around hammering railroad tracks with their bare hands and a hammer. You know, they're using tools. So, if there's an easier, more efficient way to do something, it will take over. But the nice thing is that it leads to more innovation. You know, think about how far we've gotten because of innovation. And innovations will destroy some jobs, but always new jobs will take place. Like, I mean, just imagine we are where we are right now. Like, we all are in a place where we can find jobs still. Well, maybe not everyone, because, you know, sometimes it's just hard to find a job. But what I'm saying in general, right? When these jobs disappear because of innovation, we feel kind of scared and threatened, but I don't think there's anything to be scared about. I don't like the fact that we're like in and out of this, the 20 EMA. That was the second entry long Pikachu trade, and I don't like the fact we bounced off the 240 SMA. I don't like the fact that there's not enough room to yesterday's low there, so I'm not taking that trade, even though we might be looking for a break a trend to new high here. I don't like that setup, right? I don't like to find a break a trend to new high if resistance is in the way, right? If there's any resistance or supports in the way, I just don't like to trade like basically against them. Yeah, also throw in the chat. I mean, we're approaching 10,000 subs, which is an amazing milestone. And been doing this for about 2 years now, and reaching 10K subs feels quite nice. And what can I say? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll grind up even slower, or maybe quicker from there. Doesn't matter. But I wanted to celebrate every victory we have. So. Throw in the chat if you want to know, if you have any suggestions on a 10K special. I do have a treat for you guys. I'm in talks with Apex, and I think we're gonna get ourselves a nice little promo here. And they said they have a nice thing. They said they have a surprise for us. I think they recognize this channel, and they recognize the work we do here, and also, you know, you guys supporting them so much. I think you know, they're gonna give us a nice little thing to do. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I could ask for some giveaways. I could do some things, and I think it'll be awesome. Like, the nice thing about giveaways for them, they give away PA accounts. They don't even give away eval accounts. So let's see what we can get. Strong push up. We do get that break of trend to new high, right? This trend line is accurate in my opinion. So we have this break of trend new high. Yeah, Mark says it'd be so much cooler to blow up a PA account than an eval account. Should know better than that. Should know better than that. We had that breaker trend new high, and our 5-minute chart is just in a big trading range. It's choppy, choppy down, choppy back up. 10,000 tick chart. We find ourselves coming from the bottom of the trading range back to the top of the trading range. Are we gonna come back down now is the question. I wouldn't be surprised if we do, but currently we're in a pretty strong uptrend. You know, if I didn't have any other context and all I saw was this, I would say, okay, pretty strong uptrend. Maybe I should just look for longs. Jaden Saints Panda, you should do a 300k eval live on stream. The problem with the 300k eval, I probably won't be able to finish it in one stream, and I want to do like a 10,000 tick or 10,000 sub special. Am I looking for a second entry long here? Well, these first entries seem to be making higher highs, which makes it have no setups. I have not forgotten this gap that needs to be filled though. So this strong bull bar might come up to fill this gap. If you guys remember, there's a gap here currently. From the open, from today's open, or basically this session's open, let's say, we did not fill the gap from the close. Turtle tells, oh, you want me to do like a 300k eval like journey or a challenge? I can do that if you guys really want to see that, and then we can keep track with the 300k eval. The problem is like if you want me to trade it off stream too, then it's like it's kind of silly, I guess, because you guys basically want to see trades during stream, or I don't know, I could be wrong. This might be a little better trend line here, just because we're hitting the tops right now. We've got this wedge here, push down. I mean, what do we have here? Do I feel strongly about this trend? I mean, honestly, if all I had was this, then maybe yeah. But because we have all of this, I don't know. Because 10,000 tick chart, top of the trading range, I don't know. 5-minute, top of the trading range, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. A little confusing. Rock Love asks, this is forex or, sorry for a dumb question, but I am like a beginner. This is actually futures trading, so it's very different. We're trading futures now. It's the emini. Joey Adlers asks, why the big trend line in a trading range? To show that we broke it and we made a new high. That's why we want to show. We want to have these trend lines. I mean, I can change this to a trend line that looks like this now. But break a trend, new high, Still clearly above the 20 MA. I mean, if we get a reversal trade here, maybe I'll take it. Maybe I'll take it back to yesterday's low. Maybe. That's why, I just don't know. Many overlapping bars. Chop begets chop. Trends beget trends. Free Paper Cut says, I gained access to DALL-E last week, or two last week. Nice. Let us know if you have any good prompts. We'll start the DALL-E session at 10:45, and you guys can stick around or leave. I think it'll be fun. It'll be like a nice little treat to see how AI is going to take over all mankind. This is the beginning. We don't have a setup here. This looks very choppy, overlapping bars. It is just creating pure overlap here. Trading range created by the trading range indicator. Rightly so. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to take a trap here even because you're thinking, you don't want to trade a breakout at this point. This trading range here can be what stalls this market, and I don't know. Hard to say. What's moving the market? Michael Chin, of course. Whenever he enters a trade, the whole market just moves and watches in awe. The chin factor. There should be an indicator, a chin indicator. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. It does help. The chindicator. The chindicator. Oh no. If you guys don't know who Michael Chin is, it's this running joke that we have. It goes way back. It goes back from the beginning. Like quite literally for a lot of us. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I would honestly say maybe hold off. Honestly, I think Apex is gonna give us a nice little treat here with the promo, 10,000K special, and I think they recognize this channel here, knowing that, because of this channel, I think is a big part of why Apex blew up, exploded, absolutely exploded. Second entry long, as you can see here, but it's just very choppy. It is clearly above the 20 MA, the higher low setup, but that's a hard trade to take. Very hard trade to take. Bad signal bar in chop. It's not a good setup, and if you took that trade, then shame on you. Shame on you. Even though you might have made a point or made your scalp, if you take that trade again, that might lead to bad habits. That's not a good trade in my opinion. Odie says triple test. Might give credence to go short here. The reason why I don't want to go short here is because we have this rising 20 EMA. This trap trade also you cannot take because we're underneath this pivot high. What can I say? I have no idea. This is tricky. I mean, very strong choppiness right here, but clearly above the 20 MA. Could give us a nice push up if this trap triggers, but tricky trade because you're in this trading range, and yeah, it's hard to go long into it. We are in the uptrend though, so you can take the risk. And as my boy Matt Damon has told everyone, fortune favors the brave. So thoughts and prayers to those who want to go long here. If I see a trading range, I treat it like a trading range. I don't trade it any different. I'm down a little bit today, but it's all good, pandas. We'll make it up. Potential trap trade here to go long. You can see that we're clearly, the 20 EMA is acting as a type of support here, which is very nice. Right, and it's rising like this. Makes it look very bullish. But when I look at the price action right now, it looks like a trading range, and basically if you're going to trade this long, you're banking on a breakout. Most breakouts fail. Right, if this trap triggered above these pivots, then maybe we'll have a different story. But there's triggering beneath the pivots, so these pivots are going to act as a natural resistance. Right, people are selling with limit orders up here. People are buying with limit orders down here. So naturally, you'll run into limit orders up here, causing the market to push down. We do have follow through, right? Strong bull bar, follow through. Maybe some traders entered long here. I'm still sitting on my pause. I don't like this price action at all. There was some credence for this trend line here, which could mean that you want to go long here. Maybe miss that trade. Maybe miss that setup. Maybe end up being a good setup because we have this trend line here that I didn't draw. I did not draw that trend line, but it does bounce off here. I see it now after it does trigger. I'm like, okay. But completely useless because you see it afterwards. So, but just for future reference. When you get this much overlap though, it's just very tricky, in my opinion. We do have this gap it wants to fill. In my opinion, I think it will fill. I want one more trade, obviously. I don't want to end green, or I don't want to end red today. So I want to enter one more trade. But at the same time, I don't want to enter a dumb trade. So I'm just sitting on my pause. Trap trade here. Could be always in long. Just want to set up. Look, we look for two-legged pullbacks, pandas. This is what we look for. So we're waiting for a two-leggy. Looking for a two-leggy here. Or a trap trade. If you really want to go long here. I'm gonna get burned. I'm gonna get burned. Do not copy my trades. Trap trade here. Kind of want to go long here. Eager to go long now. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I didn't take it. I'm glad I hesitated. I want to go long here. I want to find a long trade because if you look at the 5-minute chart, you have a strong bull bar ending on its high. You're thinking follow through. 10,000 tick chart, strong bull bar ending on its high. You're thinking follow through. So I'm trying to find a long setup somewhere on the 2,000 tick chart, thinking there'll be follow through on these higher time frames. So I need to have a nice. I need to have a setup, any setup here, preferably closer to 20 MA. I almost want to go long here off this trend line, off the 20 MA on a first entry as a failed breakdown of this trading range. If we get a decent signal bar, I may go long here, pandas. Do not copy my trades. Do not copy my trades. Do not copy my trades. It's a small signal bar. I'm thinking failed breakdown of this trading range. I'm going to try to trade like a failed breakdown of this trading range, trying to come back up. Do not copy my trades. It's a first entry off the 20 MA, also off our trend line, and also failed breakdown of this trading range. Hopefully we can get a scalp here. It's looking decent. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. I'm green. I'm green. Failed breakdown of this trading range. Coming back up to the top of the trading range. It's a first entry, but I took it with that failed breakdown. Plus trend lines and 20 EMA. Plus the higher time frames. Giving us confluence. What can I say? I mean, the risk was also very teeny, right? It's like 2-point risk. I'll take it. I'll take that trade. Evelyn says don't end stream till gap fill. I don't know. When will the gap fill? What if it doesn't fill? What if it reverses here? Whew. Take it. Take it. Didn't see anything. No one saw anything. Top of the train range. Higher low setup. Higher low second entry long. Continuing this uptrend. We might get a second entry long here, pandas. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Are we gonna get a second? Is this gonna give us a second entry long here? A, B, C. Second entry long off the 20 MA. Also off our trend line again. This is actually a second entry long here. That's a higher low second entry long. The only thing is the trading range here could be blocking it. It wants to fill that gap so badly. I mean, it might do it with this push up here. Maybe I'm regretting not taking that long here for a second entry long. I almost want to go always in long trade here because we have such a clear target. I want to almost go like always in long with a strong bull bar. I may go always in long here, pandas, and I typically don't do this on stream. I don't do it. I don't do this, but if it sets it up, I just like have to take it. I just have to take it. Do not copy my trades. Always in long trade here. It's a buy the close market. We're gonna buy the close here. Do not copy my trades, pandas. Do not copy. Oh, let me get this trade. Do not copy my trades. That's a boat left. All right, I'm in this trade. I'll keep my stop loss large, and I'm thinking we're gonna fill this gap. I'm gonna just scalp out here because we're always in long. And the thing is, even if this reverses on me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scale in, and we're gonna come back out, break even. Or hopefully even with this, come out with break even. but the max pain I'll take is probably, I don't know, $300 maybe, $400, $400. I'll take max pain on this trade. So even though it is going reversing here, I'm always in long right now, and hopefully to get a scalp, I'll try to get a scalp out. Or if it really starts to reverse, I'll come out break even with a scale, one scale in. Max pain $400. We're starting to go sideways now, so those who are always in long might come out break even. So if you're always in long, this is not what you want to see. You want to see a continuation to go up. But when you start to get bear bars, and especially if you get follow through on the bear bars, then the always in long traders are going to try to come out break even. So right now I'm always in long, and I'm okay right now because we have no follow through on this bear bar. So we're thinking always in long. People are still buying up the close of this bar here. Touches my target, right? People are buying the closes still. You can see by the price action, people just bought that close. Let's go, baby. Easy money. Always in long trade. We have clear target. We're coming up. Could have even held it for a swing to fill this target up, or like front run it by a little. Right? Could have got more than 2 points there. Could have got more than 2 points. Right? Always in long. Right? Gap just filled. So you're just buying long. People just bought long here thinking that gap was gonna fill. That gap finally filled. Pandas. Pandas. Let's go, baby. Get that bamboo today. Easy peasy, easy money. Pandas. What a move up right now. Gap finally fills. Always in long, right? So why stop loss? And if it does go against you, you have to have max pain and you just take the hit. But typically that's such a high probable trade, at least super high probability to come out break even at least. You know, when you got a trend that looks like this, you gotta just go long, always in long. Especially after this strong bull bar, right? Right, there's the trap trade with follow through. That bull bar, they just bought it, and you can see it by the price action how quickly it went up, especially with a clear target. So all right, Panda, typically I finish now, but we'll start to do a little we'll do something fun here. All right, sorry, pandas. All right, pandas. This is trading is over, and we'll spend some time. So, pandas, this is DALL-E, and AI generated art. If you guys can see, you can do a prompt that says an impressionist oil painting of sunflowers in a purple vase, and it will create something completely original. So let me know in the chat what prompt you guys want to see. Panda drinking whiskey. All right. Let's see. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys want to see that. Panda drinking whiskey on his cup. Give me a couple prompts. Give me like 4 prompts. 4 prompts, and I'll throw a poll up. All right, so panda drinking whiskey, panda munching on chart candles. Ugh. Okay. It doesn't even have to be panda related, but obviously it'd be nice. Panda drinking whiskey, panda eating bamboo angrily. Panda eating candles? That's gonna be weird. Panda crying. A human chin teaching a panda. A human chin, like a chin. Can you look up the last selfie or something like panda's last days? I don't know if I think it has to be kind of specific. Can't be like that abstract. All right, Mark Lanowich, you'll see very soon. I'm gonna put a quick poll up. This one, I don't know, pandas last days. I'm not sure how that's gonna look, but I'll put this poll up here for you guys. You vote on it. Let's see which one we do. I'm actually looking at the charts right now, and actually there's a two-legged pullback happening. I almost want to take it, but I'm just gonna sit on my pause. We're gonna do this for a little bit. We could take a break for 10 minutes here. It takes about 2 minutes to generate. Michael B asks, what's this called? This is called DALL-E. DALL-E. BR with a super specific prompt. You know, the thing is, it likes prompts like that. There's a two-legged pullback happening right now on the charts. I almost want to go to it. Bouncing off yesterday's close, so bouncing off a resistance too. Oh, this second entry short. I'm looking at it. People think it's failed second entry long. All right, you guys want to see panda drinking whiskey? Panda drinking whiskey. Let's add some extra stuff on there. What kind of art style should we use? How about in like a maybe a cyberpunk drawing, or steampunk panda drinking whiskey. Let's try that. Cyberpunk or steampunk? You guys like cyber? Let's try cyberpunk. A cyberpunk panda drinking whiskey. All right, let's see what happens here. Ooh, that's nice. That's actually really cool. Wow, I didn't think it would turn out that well. That's pretty cool. Wow, this one's awesome. Yo, these are amazing. I don't really know what he's holding here. That looks a little... I mean, obviously there's some kinks you gotta work out, but that is pretty cool. That is awesome. Wow. So this is like completely original. Like, actually, the AI generated this. Like, this picture does not exist anywhere in the world. It just created it. And there's this panda, cyberpunk panda, drinking whiskey here with green eyes. You know, that's pretty... Like, I didn't write anything else about it. It just created this. This is awesome. This one's amazing. This is actually really cool. This one's pretty cool. It looks like he's drinking more like soju or vodka or something, but that's pretty cool too. I mean, I love the style too. It's like it matches the cyberpunk style. The colors here are amazing. It even has a bottle, and it has like a boombox behind it. I don't know why, or like some tape recorder. And look at this panda, like the face. That is awesome. This one's awesome. This is pretty cool. Nah, but this like surpassed my expectations. This is really... I really like this one. This is like just the glass of drinking, the art, just the eyes looking. You feel something. You feel something with these pictures. The panda coins. All the panda coins are just generated by DALL-E. Never before seen. Oh, that second entry short actually works out on the 2000 tick chart. Dang it. I'm looking at the chart as well right now. Let's see this one. Let's see. This one's really... Panda and Thug Life sunglasses. Driving convertible. Alright. This is very specific, but this is awesome. And you can like go into these and like generate more based off this type of style. If you like it, but you want to see like what else it can make kind of with that style, or like this style, let's say, you know, you want to kind of make it, you know, make more variations of it, you can do that as well. This is why AI is taking over the world. Panda in a suit. Homeless panda. Alright, so we got homeless panda. Evelyn says, on a cactus innocent on a single bamboo stick in the desert. I need a full prompt. Panda in a suit. Gay pride panda in speedos. I don't know if I want to see that. Homeless panda. Let's see. Let's see, panda in a suit. Let's have him do something like some sort of action. Panda in a suit balancing on bamboo on a bamboo stick. Let's add a let's add a type of emotion. Should this panda be happy, sad? How about a panda in a suit on a bamboo stick reading? Nah, let's just stick with this. I kind of like this. I like the fact that you can add the art style. Lifting money bags. Lifting money bags. All right. See, the thing is, this could be confusing because the AI might think the bamboo stick is lifting money bags. Bamboo stick lifting money bags. So you gotta say like a panda lifting money bags. And it's kind of hard to get. It doesn't know where to assign the adjectives. So you could say like maybe a classy panda. A classy panda lifting money bags. Lifting money bags. Balancing on a bamboo stick. Alright, let's try that. Dylan Low asks, where can you get this? You just go to DALL-E. You can search it and you can sign up. It took me about like 2 months to get this. See, this is not as cool. Like I really think it helps when you add like a style to it. Like like this looks scary. Like what in the world is wrong with this panda's face? Like this is the scariest. Like a classy panda? How is this a classy panda? This looks crazy. This panda looks like it's like a psycho panda. Maybe it doesn't understand what classy is, but this psychopathic panda, this is like what you see in your nightmares. This is how I look like when I lose a trade. What in the world? This is terrible. Like what? Oh, okay. See, this one added a bow tie. So this one had a bow tie, and the money looks like it's made out of clay. I don't know why. It's just so random. So this one's balancing on a bamboo stick, and this one's like lifting money with a bamboo stick. So like, you know, obviously like humans. I think humans are safe for now, guys. I think the humans are safe, and you know, I think there's still hope for humans. It seems like. I think it helps a lot when you add like a style, because I think it kind of narrows down the scope of how the drawing should be. So yeah, this one he's balancing, and I don't know how he's balancing, but it looks quite painful the way he's balancing on this. Maybe that's why he looks like this, because the way he's balancing on that stick. I don't know. Who knows? All right, let's do one more. Panda eating bamboo pizza. All right, let's see. Thor panda. Okay, I think it does help a lot. Maybe I'll run. I think it works best if I just kind of run with what you guys are doing. Let's do one here. Cyborg laser panda. Got freaking lasers on his head. Alright, so a cyborg panda shooting lasers out of one-eyed cyborg out of his eyes. Ooh, I'm not gonna. This is one-eyed. I'll try it. One-eyed cyborg panda shooting lasers out of his eye. It can't be eyes. Let's give it a style. Let's give it a style as a comic book, maybe with a manga. Let's try it in a comic book style, as a comic book. Let's try that. All right, Panda's last one. Oh, it didn't like that. It might be too violent. Let me just shooting lasers out of his eyes? Come on, are you serious? All right, let's stick with Cyborg Panda. And can't say shooting. Cyber panda with laser eyes. With laser eyes in a comic book. As a comic book. Let's try that. As a comic book. Yeah, laser eyes works. It's the shooting. You're right. The shooting. I think it's, you know, the thing is, it's like, it wants to protect itself from like people making like. Okay, this is not as, you know what? That first one, it just set expectations so high. This one, I mean, I guess this is kind of what we're looking for. This is kind of cool. Look at that. That's terrible. These are terrible. I'm not gonna lie. The first one's kind of like set expectations. All right. Tell me why the lasers are shooting like different directions. Like, is this guy like this panda cross-eyed? I don't get it. I don't know why. But all right, thanks. Cool. Yeah, it's like my cousin panda that had one too many surgeries. But I mean, the winner, man, this is awesome. I mean, that kind of like blew my mind. And then all of a sudden, from this, you get this. Like, what? What is this? Okay, this should be my thumbnail. This should just be my thumbnail from now on for all my streams. And people would just be like, what is going on? I'm gonna click it just to see what's happening. Alright, pandas. How about a panda riding a bull in a Renaissance painting? Panda riding a bull in a I can't even spell it. I'm copy and pasting that. Renaissance style. Let's try that. Panda riding a bull in a Renaissance style. All right, last one. Maybe I should do, yeah, panda, Mona Lisa panda. Market's absolutely choppy right now, so don't even look at the market right now. Good thing we're doing this. Still not that cool. Okay, so the style's not Renaissance. He is, what in the what? What? I don't know. Is this Renaissance style? This might be Renaissance style. Okay. Hold up. Do you guys notice this? Look at this bull. Why does this bull look like a panda? That is weird. All right. Okay, I can see it. I can see it trying to do like a Renaissance style. Honestly, this bull looks crazy. It looks like it tried to morph with a panda. This bull panda looking thing is not. That is, again, thing of your nightmares. What's that one movie called? Arrival? No, not Arrival. Is it Arrival? I think it had Natalie Portman in it. Was it Natalie Portman? It was one of those like alien movies, where it like kind of combined like a lot of species for some reason, and it kind of looks like one of those animals. This was kind of cool. It's holding like a bamboo spear, which is kind of cool. And the drawing looks like kind of Renaissance-y. But look, did you notice that all of the bulls look like panda bears? That's kind of weird, right? A panda riding a bull in a Renaissance style. Like, this bull looks like a panda. I don't know why I did that. Like, no human would be like, whoops, I thought you wanted me to make the bull look like a panda if I told him to draw that. Like, this one is just too obvious. Like, straight up bull panda. Alright, anyways. Alright, pandas. I see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. We ended green today, up 100. And, yeah, trade safe, everyone. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.